this silhouette, and like except he's wearing like a those like long like nighty caps.
Sweet, that's better than I would have thought. It would just be like generic Snoopy.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too.
The 90s great.
Yeah, no,
That
they're
is
very
amazing.
cute.
I will get you a vinyl then.
That would be awesome.
His sons, the creator's sons, are assholes.
Oh, really?
If you're recording, cut this out. They are horrible
Cut.
people.
Cut.
You got it.
Hello, hello, hello. Tonight, PromotePDX is at the DIY headquarters, Archie's Bunker. I'm Nat.
And I'm Casey, and you should really hit that smash that like or subscribe button, or don't. I don't really care, but it does help us.
Please.
But tonight we're here interviewing the glittery, grungy, emotional rock stylings of Dustbunny.
Hello.
Hi.
No, I'm seriously so excited that you're here.
I am too. Yeah.
I'm
It's
looking forward to this.
yeah. I mean, I feel like you specifically have been around since like the inception of Dustbunny.
I know. I was thinking about that. Like, I remember hearing your first song on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
Grayson showing me, and I was like, "Wait, this is actually so good."
Yeah, yeah. It's so funny. And like our first show and stuff, I think you were
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It was super fun. Well, it kind of leads into my first question, which I would love to hear more about the origin of Dustbunny.
Ah, yes.
How it came to be.
The classic origin tale.
Yes.
Well, it started like any other romantic endeavor on Instagram. And so, yeah, I had been like making music like solo sort of for a while and just like posting it. I don't know why I posted one song on SoundCloud. I can't remember. I was like finding my audience. But so I was making music solo for a while and like posting it on Bandcamp or like wherever, and Spotify too, I think, but I can't remember exactly. But and I'd been living in Portland for over a year, like maybe closer to 2 years, and like still hadn't really found, I think, like my community yet. And like I really didn't know anybody still, like didn't really have many friends, definitely not in the music scene or anything. So I just like one day I was like, you know what, can I curse?
Yeah, of
Oh my
course.
God, yeah.
You can
Thank-
say, you can
Thank
say
God.
both anything.
Okay. One day I was just like, fuck this, time to take a stand. And so I just like posted literally a story, a targeted Instagram story that was not even visible to the general public. It was visible to like 6 people total.
That's amazing.
And like
That is so...
it was just this little photo of like a chihuahua, and I was like, guys,
my love language.
yeah. I was like, someone be in a band with me, essentially. I was just like, I want people to play music with. I was like, I have song. I mean, it was like much shorter than like what I'm saying now, but like I was essentially just like, hello, like someone help. And I can remember almost exactly who the people that were on there were, because like there weren't that many, but like Delaney was one of them, who plays the lead guitar in Dustbunny, and we had never met before. We were just like mutuals on Instagram, because our friend Brooke, who plays in Queen Rodeo now, she found my music on Spotify or something, like one of my solo songs, and put me on this playlist that was like a compilation of other Portland artists, I think. And Delaney was also on that playlist with her other band at the time, the Daphnes, and she found my song on that and then started following me. So we kind of like had a, you know how it goes, like Instagram, like mutuals, but you don't know each other. And so, but I knew she played guitar, obviously, and so targeted her on there, I think I put my other friend Sammy on there because I knew that she knew a bunch of musicians, and like a couple other people that I thought were like affiliated. It was very like, I was like putting my, I was shooting my shot into the void, but like the void was like 6 people or something, or maybe less than that. I'm not even sure, but And so Delaney like almost immediately was like me, like she was like, yes, I would love to do that. So that was that. And actually we were just reminiscing about this the other day because we realized, like, we were just like, we happened to be hanging out, and then we realized that on that exact day, which was just a couple days ago, was like our 2-year anniversary of ever meeting each other. So, which was when she replied to my story and was like, yes, and then we met up at the Nest, and like,
Amazing.
we're like,
What a great
hello.
spot to meet up at.
And then we're just like very fast friends. And then Evan, who plays drums, was friends with Sammy. And so like Sammy passed my Chihuahua photo like onto him, and then he reached out to me, and similar, we just like met and we're like, okay, let us like join forces.
Yeah.
And Shanae I knew from working at So Far Sounds in Portland, which I did for a little while before I like really knew anybody or was playing shows or anything. And obviously I knew that they were a very talented musician, so
Yeah.
I was like, you want to join? So Shanae was actually probably the first real member who joined because they helped me play bass on like probably maybe the song that you heard on SoundCloud or something. But so yeah, I mean it was like really just everybody kind of stumbled their way in to my life, and now
There's that.
now they're there, and we're all quite good friends, and yeah, that's really it. The power of Instagram
Yeah.
DMs.
It really is powerful.
It is,
So
yeah. You can achieve a lot on there for sure.
that's really cool. I didn't know any of that. I also didn't know that you were in Portland for only a year or two before.
Yeah, it's hard to remember exactly, but I think so. Yeah, because I moved here like 2019. Yeah, it was a couple years.
Was the name Dustbunny like always in your head, or was that something that like generated when the
I'm glad
band
you
came
brought this up,
together?
'cause
Or
I love
the name too. It's so cute. It's so like
Let's get this
it
out in
fits
the air.
very well. Like I don't know. It's
Thank
just
you.
awesome. Yeah.
It actually came to me when I was in the shower one day.
Shower thoughts
Before
are the best.
yeah, no, literally it was like 100% a shower thought, and like it like happened, and I was like, oh my god, like this has to be it. And I like got out of the shower and like checked, and I was like trying to see if there were like any other people operating currently like majorly under that name, and didn't really find anything that
Awesome. That's crazy.
discouraging.
Yeah.
So but before that I was making music under the name Bobby Tumbleweed, which is
Also
just
love
like
that
That's
name
my
so much. I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't know.
you're like a sensitive topic, like I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that was just like my Instagram name, and then one of those classic like started making music, so didn't know what else to call myself.
You're great at making names.
You
Thank
are.
you. That's really fucking hard, honestly. Like it's like
is.
a lot of
You're
pressure,
good at it.
and like there's so many ones that sound stupid,
Yeah.
or like not stupid enough, or
Right. Ugh, it's-
like so.
Fine.
Yeah, shower thought Dustbunny was, and I think I came up with that in like 2021. So like before I met everybody, definitely, and I
awesome.
just kind of like held on to it, and like bullied the person that had like the username to give it to me.
That's amazing.
Not really. No, I was just
No,
I was
can
just
I-
like, yeah, I'm like forming a band. Like we're not it hasn't happened yet, but like I'm going to, and it would be cool if like I could use this. And he was like, sure.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yeah, super nice guy. Shout out to him. Can't remember
Wow.
his name, but he's a
Formerly
fan.
Dustbunny.
Yeah, formerly the original Dustbunny owner for sure.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So are you a fan of the Vintage Shore Dustbunny now?
Okay, they like definitely like are stealing our swag for
I
sure.
can cut this out, but I was
cut
wondering
this,
that.
cut this
Because
for sure.
it is true. Like I kind of feel like I'm
Yeah,
like,
I saw that, and I like messaged them on the Dustbunny account, and I was like, hey, like, so collab, or like, yeah, I was like,
Appreciate it.
can we
That's
play a show
amazing.
there or something? Like,
Yeah.
and they were like, haha, no, like, well, they were like nice about it. They were like,
yeah, sure.
I'm like making an enemy right now. Like, I'm like, no, yeah, we're feuding. But they were like, no, like maybe eventually, but like LOL. And I was like, I'm fucking watching you.
I actually met your friend because of that vintage store, because I was in Tiger's Den and he works there, and he was talking to two people that are actually from Atlanta too, and I was like listening to their whole conversation because I'm from Atlanta, so I clocked in, and then they left, and they were like talking about Dustbunny, and he said, "Oh, my friend's in a band called that," and I was like, "I know
Wait, what
someone."
friend?
I don't know. He works at Tiger's Den. I'm forgetting his name.
Come forward.
Yeah.
Who?
Show yourself.
I made a
Anytime.
mental note so I could talk to you about it, and that mental note
Tiger's
it's
Den.
gone. So
I don't know.
maybe
Surely
it's
it's
not
just someone I know, but like, yeah, not a real fan, clearly. Anytime I hear of anybody that's like, I know someone that like knows your band or likes your band, I'm like, who? Like, as if it's like so crazy. Like, I'm like, who the hell do you know that knows Dustbunny? Like, that's every time. Like, I'm still kind of
you need
like,
to get used to it.
that's weird. That's
Yeah.
odd.
It's
but-
only gonna get
Small town.
bigger.
Yeah.
No, you're also good, so
Well, sure.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I didn't know that flattery was like a part of the interview. I thought I was coming on here to get like bullied, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
What if that
will come.
was? That would be so great. We just have a paid version where we just bully them.
I
the
actually
whole
wouldn't
time.
like that. I'm not totally joking.
You're giving us a lot of good ideas.
I'm
You
like-
really have.
To make it more miserable for like the next guest, I'm like, you should quiz them hard,
Yeah.
insult them.
Math.
Yeah.
It's math.
So you released an album in 2024.
Yup.
I am kind of curious, like just overall process, how it felt, like finally having like a full like album into the world, and like what it's been like post-release. Just kind of give us vibes. What you've been feeling over the last,
Yeah.
what has it been, 6 months?
Yeah. Well.
It's math.
Fuck. No, you're tricking me.
4?
It's been like 4 months.
Yeah. There you go.
No, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, it's been like, I think one of our main motivational factors of recording was like, we were just like tired of like not being able to hear ourselves. Like we were like, I want to listen to us, and I had some music that were like solo project songs that had already been like recorded that we took to the album. So like there are like versions of like songs on that album that have like been out for years that sound like pretty differently and
That's
like
awesome.
way worse like quality wise. But yeah, the process was super fun. Like we did it with Brian, who just has like his Brian Olson, who plays in Shadowgraphs and as well as like multiple other bands, and he has a studio like in his basement, and he knew Delaney. They used to work together, and so I find like, again, like we had been playing shows like as a band for a while, and I was just like, put my foot down. I was like, guys, it's time, and it was like around this time last year, so it seemed like a good winter activity
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
to do. Everyone's kind of bored and miserable, and
True.
and so yeah, I mean, Brian is great. He's like super talented, and like I think like we all learned a lot from the process, because he hadn't really, we were like the first band I think that he ever like really recorded.
That's cool.
Yeah, so an honor for all of us, really.
Yeah.
And he's just like our good friend now, which we obviously like formed that relationship like during the recording process, and it was super fun. Like we would just go there and hang out basically, and like sometimes would be there for like 8 hours just like playing guitar and like seeing what worked and stuff, and or like going there and like drinking beer and screaming and and like a lot of the songs that we put on the album, aside from the ones that sort of had like already existed, I was writing like as we were recording, so it was definitely like interesting, I think, for everybody, because it wasn't always like intended to be like a full 12 song album. It was always kind of like, we went into it being like, we're gonna record an EP, and like maybe it'll be like 4 or 5 songs or something. But like as soon as we got in there, I was like, I just kept bringing more. it was just like a very creative, inspired, I guess, like time of my life. So like was going through it, you know, and so like I just had all these songs that I was like, I would go home and like write a new song, and then I would come and be like, guys, this one's really good though, like this one is it. And then so it sort of like became like a full album. So Brian, in a way, got kind of swindled because like we were like, it'll be fine, like it's just a couple songs, and then it ended up being like, you know, like 12. So, but it was great. It was like I can't wait to hopefully work with him again, you know. And yeah, I love Brian, good guy. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been super fun. We had our release show in August. That was very joyous. Yeah, I don't know. It's been great.
What are the songs you brought over? I'm curious.
There's one called You've Done It Now, Maggie. That one I wrote like years ago. Like I think I wrote that in like before I moved to Portland, so 2018, 2019 or something. And there's maybe one more. Bad Vacations.
Okay.
Nice.
That one has been born at least one other time, and like there's a different version of it, I think, on like my old Bandcamp or something.
Oh, cool.
That's so cool.
And I think that's it. Or no. And then Dogwood, I had previously, I wrote that one in like 2021 or something, and recorded, and I say recorded, but it's just like, you know, like GarageBand on
Sure.
Yeah.
my phone or something. And
Hey,
like,
it's still recorded.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like put that one out in 2021, and that's the song that Shanae originally helped me with. So
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
That's really cool.
yeah, but just those, and then everything else, I think, unless I'm forgetting one, was all pretty new. Like some of
Yeah.
the songs we had been performing as a band for a while, so not all of them were like super new. Like there's a good chunk of them that we had played at shows and stuff, but I would say like the other half of the album, like at least like 4 or 5 songs, like I wrote while we were doing the recording process, which was interesting for everybody involved, just like having to write their parts as we were like in the studio.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, when you were like coming into the studio and saying like, hey, I had like wrote this, like what were you bringing? Was it like lyrics and then like kind of like an idea, or like how much like were you bringing like like you said you already had like some that were like full-fledged songs. Like how much does it like going into like the studio, are you like kind of you, and then like obviously you have to have some other people making stuff, but like, where does that kind of like come in, and how do you like make it work, I guess?
Well, yeah, I don't think that I would do it that way again. It just like came to be that way. Like I wouldn't really recommend it for a way, like I mean, like it worked out great, obviously, but like typically, I mean, I typically like come to the band with a song. Like I'll write the lyrics and the vocal melody and the rhythm guitar. So it's like the song, I'll come to them with that and play it for them, or like ideally have like a demo recorded and to give that to them for reference. But that way, like when we're recording the album, like it wasn't always like that. Like because it was just all happening at once. So
Sure.
I would just show up and be like, and this one goes like this, and then we kind of like would have to like take a break from recording to learn the song, to come back and record it efficiently, so we weren't like wasting anyone's time. So yeah, I think for our next EP, which we're hoping to record like soonish,
That's awesome.
I think with that I'm definitely like going to bring like a clearer, fully fleshed out vision, just for like convenience, you know, because like it's just like and I think also like some of the songs, like I love how they all turned out. I'm super proud of everybody for all the work and everything that they put in, and I love how the songs turned out. And it's funny, I guess it's just like a funny process to like have them sort of, parts of them like be created while we were like recording them.
Yeah.
You'd think that would all be sorted out like well before that, but like for this album it wasn't. So so they kind of like took on a new life of their own in some ways. So I don't know. It definitely was different.
Wow.
I think.
That is really cool that you did it in two very different ways, but yet it was just such a coherent sound throughout.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
that was really
seriously.
impressive.
Yeah. It took some. I think. Bless their hearts, you know, especially like Delaney, like just being like, okay, and so what do I play? And I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know, you know? And so like that's like some added stress, I'm sure. But we're all learning. Like it was like such a new experience, I think, for everybody, really, especially me. So I think this next time going forward, like I'll do it a bit differently. But
Well, it makes me excited to hear that you're recording new stuff because I mean they clearly believe in your vision and you know what you were doing, so you've been creating like a space where you could do that. So to go into it with a full-fledged plan, like I'm excited to hear what that sounds like.
Thank you.
This is
Yeah.
already so good. So.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so stoked. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with everybody and how Machinery came out is. I'm just ecstatic. So I'm just excited to start recording again and have it be like different but also probably similar in some ways too.
How has it been playing it live? Do you have a favorite song to play?
It's been good. Like I think some of them were trickier to nail down than others.
Sure.
And there are some that I would love to play live more that we still haven't really like been able to get quite right, like County Island specifically. That one is just like, in my opinion, like doesn't give way for much sloppiness. So like some of the songs like are fun to play just like fast and especially live, just sort of just rip it. But like some of them have taken a bit more finesse, I think, to get the like all the combating instruments and sounds and textures to commingle in a satisfactory way, especially live when it's a bit more unpredictable compared to just like recording it in a studio. But favorite ones to play?
It's a hard question.
I'm like all of them are so good. I love them all. We always have loved to play Car. We've been playing that one for a while though, and that's the one where Delaney plays drums and Evan gets to move to guitar, so that's fun. A switch up is always fun. And now that we've added Dan to the band like full time, I'm hoping that it'll get a bit easier to sort of get these live configurations more, just like have the flow be easier. And so that's been another element too that we've been figuring out. But I think in the long run, it'll definitely be worth it in terms of having a full sound and
Oh yeah.
This next question is all me because not to talk about myself for a minute.
No,
but I'm gonna
please.
talk about myself for a minute.
Please do.
I hadn't really listened to the album in its entirety until I was on my trip recently. And I was like on the bullet train, like being all emo, and I was like, this is the time.
Perfect place for it.
So I put it on, and it was just so good, and for so many reasons. And I was like, okay, Grayson, you have to listen to this because he has good takes on music, but I just knew he'd love it too, and he loved it. That's a side note. But it just took me back to college because I was at the University of Georgia, which is in Athens, and there's a lot of, like, do you know the Glands by chance?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you sound like them.
Really?
Like, the band my teacher told me when I graduated from class, he was like, this is the one band you should listen to when you leave. And I listened and I was like, wow, this is amazing, and then devastated to find out he died. And so I just haven't found anything that like has brought me back to that time period in a good way, and your album really did that for me. And it just feels very nostalgic, and you know, in some elements like kind of made me miss the South and like Georgia and things like that. And I know you're from Texas, so in the lyrics itself, it felt like you were nostalgic and like thinking fondly, but also mad that you were thinking fondly. Like that's kind of what Grace and I were at least like talking about the album. We were like having this in-depth conversation on our way home about it. So I just kind of want to know like more about the lyrics and I don't know. I'm just really happy you know the glands now.
Yeah. What's that
Yeah.
one album called? I have the LP. It's like the one with the hand,
Red and blue.
hand cover.
I'm so bad with that one.
It's escaping me, but
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to some of their other songs from like various other albums,
Yeah.
but like that album is like so good. Like just every song, like when I first found it, I was like, this is something I feel like I've been missing, you know?
I agree with that.
But wow, yeah, I mean, like that's, thank you. I think the lyrics are kind of like my bread and butter. Personally, I've always been more of a I've just like always been into writing, and so even like before I was making music, before I learned how to play guitar or anything, that was always something that I was interested in. So it just like comes pretty easily to me as well, just like flows out of me, I would say. So do you have like a specific
No,
I could
maybe
go
I
on.
was just talking.
Oh no, it's fine.
I think I
can
really loved
talk all day about it, honestly.
like it just really made me feel that way again, and
Yeah.
I loved it.
I thank you. I think it's like I also love music that is evocative of like, you know, I was just telling Delaney this the other day, like I love a song that can make you feel like make you want to like stare out the window and be pensive,
Yeah.
like even if you're super happy and contented in your life.
Yeah.
I think if a song can do that, that's probably like a really fucking good song.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. I just love I think when I first started writing songs and making music, they were all like slower, sad, like sort of heartfelt is a big I think way I would describe the lyrics, because they're quite like real feelings. I think a way of like getting them out, you know. So at least for me, so yeah, I love a good pensive song.
It's angsty.
And
It makes you feel like young again. I don't know.
yeah, and like a lot of the songs I was writing were like kind of like breakup songs too. So I think that aids in it probably feeling that way. So yeah, I don't know. I love like writing lyrics and like, and when we were recording and I was like getting to sing them in such a high def way, like in a way that like I had never been able to be heard before, was like super fun.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love writing lyrics. So thank
You're good
you.
at it.
Thank you.
Sorry for that non-question.
Oh
I think
no,
I
it's
just
fine.
wanted to-
I could literally sit here and be like, so the first song, blah blah blah, you know, and then just
Yeah.
go through the list. But
Yeah.
I won't do that yet. I don't know.
That's cool. I would have never like my intro to you was only through this album. So like at you saying like, oh yeah, I'm used to like much slower stuff, like it doesn't feel like a slow album in like any way,
No,
shape, or
yeah, it
form.
really
Like,
doesn't. Yeah.
It's so like, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, like everything put together is so good, and
Yeah.
just like lyric combination, and I don't know, just how like, yeah, grungy and kind of like heavy it can be at times.
Yeah.
I just really like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everybody kind of brings something a little bit different to the table in terms of musical taste, but well, luckily I think we all share some important influences, and especially by now everybody sort of gets the vision.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think it helps too, like having Evan, who, when I first started playing shows and stuff, and like being super inexperienced, you know, like really not knowing anything, like at all, you know, about setting up or like
Sure.
amps or
Yeah.
pedals. Like I still don't really know how to plug my shit in, you know, and everybody makes fun of me for it. But like,
I love that.
like Evan, super talented drummer. He's played with a lot of bands before, and I think, and maybe in classic drummer fashion, it's always kind of like, okay, this is good, but like, what if we like played it like a little bit faster, you know? So it's good to have like that sort of influence as well. And like he loves like some of the slower songs that I write a lot, but he definitely has that, you know, heavier influence or experience, I guess. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to see like the evolution of the songs themselves and the band and stuff. It's I don't know.
But I just have to say, I love the cover art for the single pound cake.
Oh, thanks.
I just like, I love that cat.
That's Evan's. Was
Really?
Evan's cat.
Aw.
His name was Dave. He died, but
I like
Yeah.
it also because I had a black cat that passed away too, so I feel it. Like,
I did too. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a
Yeah,
black cat. But
love 'em.
yeah, it's a great photo. We were
Yeah.
just kind of like, what the fuck do we use for this cover? And so Evan was like showing us like all these photos. He was like, I have this and this.
Aw.
So yeah, no, thank you. I like that
That's
picture too.
amazing. Yeah. The artists, like local or like, you know, just from your past that like kind of you feel like have inspired you in this like album or anything like that?
For sure, yeah. Maybe not so much from my past because I feel like I kind of had like a slow start. Like I didn't really have like a super in-depth like musical taste when I was in high school or anything, but
Can anyone say they did?
like not good. Like only like I'm jealous of people who were like had really good taste when they were a teenager.
They were probably just following something. Like
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Mine's just like embarrassing. But
Yeah.
Straight country.
I don't know. Yeah, I think like Mannequin Pussy, like I just like have loved that band for so long, and I love how like their songs can like be so gentle sometimes, but then also like hit really hard and like I never really experimented much with like a yell sort of singing, and like I think I have now a bit more, which is fun.
Love it.
So like I think that band totally. I mean like we all like got pretty into Wednesday like naturally,
yeah.
so like.
Very much what I thought of when I was listening to the album.
For
like-
sure, yeah. I mean, like, I love, like, Granddaddy. Like, Evan and I both love that band. I mean, I'm sure Delaney does too. But, the Swirlies, just stuff like, I think, like, more so than, like, current stuff. Like, I think I'm probably more inspired by, like, you know, like, bands from the 90s and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
a bit more old school. Than like
Definitely.
I don't really have like a ton of like current bands that influence me right now, but like there are some doing it for sure. Like all of the, you know, like shoegaze bands that are more current, like
gonna
Hotline
say.
TNT's like out there, and
Yeah.
you know, and like and local like guitar is like great. Saya, we love that guy,
my
like super
God.
talented.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like we're super inspired by the community in general, like whether it be musically or just like on a friendship level, you know, everybody is like pretty supportive of everybody else. So that's like really nice, you know, especially at one point being a newer band like on the scene.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like every band we've interviewed so far just has the same sentiments of how supportive the community is, and it's just it's so true. I mean, we're on the outside of it, but to witness it, you know,
Yeah.
it's been really cool.
I don't know. I feel like we're still like, because like the amount of people who will just like randomly just like be super positive about promote within the scene is
True.
like,
McKenna did get free drinks.
yeah.
Oh,
Shout
hell
out,
yeah.
shout out to the bartender at Holocene. Please give us all free drinks
Oh,
instead of
shout
just
out.
McKenna. But
But
but that would be awesome.
yeah, so is there any bands you really like that you want to shout out? It's one of our questions we always ask.
Like local bands? Yeah. I'm just
You
like
don't have to be limited.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
whatever,
You can
yeah.
say
I like
as many
forget
as you
someone and
want.
then they're gonna be like, Chloe, what the fuck? Like you didn't even say us.
You can
but-
just send us a week
Cut
later.
Well, I immediately just think of like all my friends. So like Jordan, how strange it is. Well, I mean, he's in like so many fucking bands, like whatever.
Yeah.
He runs that house show venue, Rainforest Cafe,
Yeah.
Mr. Rainforest. Pile Up are good friends, also affiliated, and
Amazing.
we just played a show with them at Players Hall, and they were playing some new songs that just sounded like so huge and awesome. And Players Hall is like, we had never played there before, and like the sound was just incredible in general. So it was like the best we've ever sounded for sure. So it was cool to see Pile Up play in that setting because it was just like super high quality, and which is like I think that genre is well suited for.
So well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean guitar, Nick Normal, super good. Homie's there. Who else? I feel like I could just like go down the list of like this person's in this band and this one's in this one.
It's kind of a cruel question.
It
now that I'm
is.
thinking about
No,
But it's
it's-
just nice because I feel like it, like every person, even though they're, well, yeah, there's just like a ton of bands no matter what. So like every time we ask this, it is like
yeah.
maybe we might get like one or two similar bands, but like a lot of the bands that you've mentioned, like other bands have not. So it's just like I don't know, it's cool.
It's just
like,
a network of like friendships. I feel
Truly.
like Dan is in a few bands. He's in Cherry Cheeks, and he has his own project, Dan Maybe, and that I play in too. So maybe that's biased.
cool.
yeah.
I'm like my other bands, like listen to those. Evans, you know, in a bunch of bands too. Ignoring Olivia and Black Shelton.
Wow.
He actually
Yeah.
is like has played a couple shows with guitar now too. So it's all very like incestual in a way. Like it's
it
like everybody's
is.
sort of related, you know, but in one way or another. But lends for like a good community, I would
It
say.
really
So
does.
It really is.
yeah.
Okay, we're on to the fun part. Unless you have
Okay.
anything else you want to... You have an upcoming show?
Yeah, I would probably plug our show at Holocene. Our
Big fan of
Get-
it.
free drinks, right?
Yeah, free drinks, please.
Please, please.
Please.
Yeah, that's at Holocene on January 22nd,
Nice.
Oh yeah.
and we're playing with Spiderling. That's
nice.
another one.
Yeah.
Shout them out. And Rango. Spiderling we've played a few shows with before, but Rango I haven't seen yet, but I've heard great things. It's on a Wednesday, womp womp, but we're like headlining or whatever, so
Well, I have it on my calendar, but we went to a show during Portland Music Month last
Mm-hmm.
year on a Wednesday, and it was
Packed.
absolutely
Really?
packed. Oh, was it me and you and not her? It was me and you. I don't know. It was packed. It was sold out.
oh,
Was it?
whoa,
I
okay.
think it helped with, or it was close to sold out. If it's at Holocene, it will be promoted by Portland Music Month. So.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, whoo, I don't know, guys. But yeah, no, I'm excited. So that's next.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And maybe a new EP soon.
And maybe a new EP. Yeah, you never know. It's winter time again, so it's the
yeah.
season for it.
Okay, we have 19 true or false. I took one off, that's why there's 19.
God.
So it's rapid fire. You just try to do it as quickly as you can. But are you ready? Okay. True or false, Noel Gallagher's job was as a roadie for the Inspiral Carpets before he joined his brother Liam's band.
I would say that's true.
It's true. Good job.
That
I'm
just
just gonna keep
sounds like
score.
that, Buck.
Okay. Musicians have a longer lifespan than the general population.
I would say that's probably false.
Wow, good job. I guess that's obvious.
Like, it's a hard lap song, you know?
Okay, in 2016, Mozart sold more CDs than Beyonce and Drake.
See, now I feel like you're trying to get me. See, now I feel like...
2016.
I would say, like, no, right?
No, it's true.
Okay.
Isn't
See,
that
I thought
crazy?
maybe you were trying to, like, do some reverse
Do you know if
psychology
that's
on
like
me.
consistent or was it just randomly in 2016?
I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe CDs is the
I think it's
issue.
specifically CD.
Oh,
Yeah.
so like who's buying? Yeah, okay.
I
That's
But I
a good
know a
point.
lot of people buy CDs.
Yeah.
See, that one's
But
tricky.
maybe not Drake and Beyonce fans.
Yeah.
Like, that's where.
That's a good point.
Good point.
That one's tricky.
It's
You got me.
tricky. I got you on that one. Jingle Bells was originally a Thanksgiving song.
I'm gonna say true.
Good job. You can't record songs in space.
See, this science shit, y'all gotta get real bad. True.
It is false.
Fuck.
Yeah, sorry.
People are gonna be like, duh.
Obviously, you can do that.
I think I was just reading an article and
That's interesting.
cows produce more milk when listening to slow music.
Oh, true.
Yeah, it's definitely true. I'm not giving you easy ones.
No.
Music is physically good for your heart.
I would say true.
Damn.
And emotionally.
You're doing so well. 50 Cent and Charlie Chaplin were alive at the same time.
Like, true?
Yes.
See, I'm just
Cent.
like playing this mind game where I'm like, I'm picking the one that like is not obvious.
Totally, yeah. He was 2.5 years old when Chaplin died.
Oh, okay.
Singer Billie Eilish's full name. I didn't even plan this. Singer Billie Eilish's full name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connor.
That bitch would have a crazy name. I'm gonna say true.
God, you were
Yeah.
good. Okay. You're next.
Yay.
Harder.
Yeah, I think they get harder.
The record label Motown was originally founded in Montreal.
I would say yeah, cause Mo.
False.
Oh.
Detroit.
You got me.
Madonna has Marilyn Monroe's face tattooed on her behind.
True.
It is true.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Freaky.
George Michael owns the piano on which John Lennon wrote Imagine.
Who? George Michael.
George Michael.
Yeah.
Probably true. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably. He's rich. He's probably got that
Yeah,
shit.
that's what I'm
You
like,
know,
rich people.
yeah.
Rich people shit.
Prince provided the voice for mental patient Leon K. Kompowski in The Simpsons. Did I say that right?
I don't know. That's the end of
Prince?
it.
Yeah.
Sure.
False. It was Michael
Fuck.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
The Beatles could not read or write music.
The Beatles could not read or write.
Just
It's actually true. Like,
You-
a lot of people don't know that, but music though, probably true.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
See, because I just feel like that's surprising. Like, you would think, like, well, surely they know.
Surely they would do that, but no, it's like that slippery slope, you know? Like once you just get really big.
I don't
you're
know how
like-
to. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just like the Beatles in a way.
You are.
I also don't know how to read or write music.
Fair point. Fair point.
Madonna was a waitress at Dunkin' Donuts.
True.
True.
Oh my god.
God, how are you?
Is there like an award or like a prize that you guys have for getting?
At this
We have,
point,
we
you
have a
get a prize.
leaderboard. Yeah.
Right.
You should, yeah, you should make
We should put a
tallies and,
leaderboard up on the like
Yeah, let's
website
do
or
that.
something. That would be fun.
like try to beat Chloe.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah. When we're doing it.
We'll get a trophy made for you.
Okay,
I don't know if you'll ever
that's fair.
get beaten.
PETA asked the Pet Shop Boys to change their name to the Rescue Shelter Boys.
True.
It's true. PETA will do some crazy shit.
They are crazy for real.
Don't come after
But, like,
me.
good
I'm sorry.
cause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are
Be
trying.
careful what you
AC/DC is the first and only band to play on all 7 continents.
The first and only?
Yeah,
I feel like that can't be true.
you're correct. It's false. I don't know what other bands have done that, but
I think it's one band, but I can't remember who it was.
oh really?
That's surprising.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I don't know.
I want to know more about answers.
Yeah. Playing there seems kind of pointless,
Right.
but
does.
it's also cool. It would be a fun little thing to mark off, you know?
Yeah.
The voice behind I'm Lovin' It from McDonald's is Justin Timberlake.
No way.
True.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't
Like-
remember those commercials? Wasn't he in the commercial at the beginning?
I don't remember that, but
Like, since, like, the beginning of time, or?
you're asking a lot of in-depth questions. I just know he's the voice behind it, so.
I think
like, what's the-
currently it has changed, but at one point Justin
Yeah, yeah,
Timberlake
yeah.
was the voice
Well,
of the
sure.
I'm Lovin' It.
At one point.
Yeah.
Maybe I should look at
True.
that question.
Yeah.
I'll get back to you if you get that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elvis Presley is originally blonde.
True.
You are true.
I am true.
You are true.
I knew that. I actually that's not one that I'm guessing on. I
Oh, you
picked
knew
that
that?
up somewhere.
Do you
Oh,
love
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I've seen the movie or
Okay.
Oh, that would make
Or
sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but yeah.
I never
Yeah.
knew that, honestly. When I read it from
Yeah.
you putting in this here, I was like, oh, I would have never guessed that.
Yeah. And
He
last
He gives
time-
blonde.
He does
Yeah.
give blonde, and he was a twin. We learned last tour of us. So.
Oh, interesting.
McKenna, how many did she get right?
She got 15, maybe 16, depending on the.
That That's so funny.
We'll give you 60.
And now I get this.
Yeah, true. And
We'll buy you
we'll
that.
just
You guys
Well,
are
that's
mad
fine.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's
kidding.
amazing.
Oh